Okay, guys, and we are here to do the Notre Dame pregame. So, let's talk a little bit about both teams. Wake Forest isn't having a bad year, honestly. They're 2-1. They've only had one loss, which was not really that bad of a loss, honestly. Um, I am predicting both teams to probably score, I would imagine, in the 20s to 30s in the game. The Irish have a pretty explosive running game. They've shown that in the last three games. So I would assume that between Jones Jr. and Jafar, that will probably be running the ball pretty well against that defense. I would not be surprised at halftime if the Irish don't have at least 150 yards rushing in going into the third quarter. The quarterback play, honestly, I think could go either way. I mean, you could start Ian Book; he's decent. You could also go with Brandon Winbush, who honestly has been playing pretty well. Not so well with the turnover situation, though. We need to figure that out. He needs to stop turning the ball over because he's made some pretty bad mistakes, honestly, the last 2 weeks. Um, Now, my strong points for this game, honestly, would be if Winbush is in the game, run him. You don't have to have him throw every single time because you're only going to get that 40 to 50% radius of completion from him. When he's running the ball, he hardly ever turns the ball over. And about 99.5%, he's going to end up running it for probably 50 yards, 40 yards for a scramble for a touchdown. Um, Defense, awesome, honestly. Defense has been playing amazing, honestly, for the Irish. I think that that's the strong point right now is our defense is not allowing teams to score that many points. Um, Wake Forest is a tricky team, though. They like that the option play. They like trick plays. So we need to be aware of that, honestly, because they could throw those into this game. Um, I think both teams match up pretty well, honestly. Should be a really solid game, honestly, offensively and defensively. And so I'm looking forward to this game. I say Irish are going to win it 35-22 final score. Um, should be a really good game, you guys. And then we have some other games coming up as well that should be pretty decent because that Stanford game is coming up. And that game against Syracuse could be interesting too. Um, well, actually, there's a few games on the schedule that could be interesting. But there's some pretty decent games other than that happening today too. Michigan versus Nebraska comes to mind. Um, and don't quote me on this, but I believe USC plays Oregon. I believe so, yes. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait, no, that's Stanford versus Oregon. I'm sorry. I had to think there for a minute. Um, and I'm pretty sure there's other games happening too that should be pretty decent as well, but I cannot think of them right now. So we'll just have to think later on. Is probably tomorrow. I'll update all the other scores that happened today. Um, I've been a little under the weather this week, so I've been trying to kind of build my immune system back up. So stupid sinuses have been killing me, and tummy issues. So anyways, go Irish. It should be a good game. It's on at noon on ABC. I'll be watching that, and then I will update you with the post game after the game is over with on who won and as far as the score went. Go Irish, though. Should be a good game. And let's have a wonderful day.